President, members of the board, thank you for having me tonight. My name is Daniel Toscano from Drago and Toscano, attorney at law. We're located at 15 Broad Street, Boston, with zoning attorney. And today I'm representing Doug Charay, who's sitting right there. He owns 23 Unity Street. He's owned 23 Unity Street for many years. And his family actually resided there at one point and moved on to a bigger place. However, this is an existing three-family residential unit building, and what we like to do, as you just mentioned, we like to add approximately 170 square feet to the first floor, unit number one, by adding one-story addition in the back. So the proposal is add a one-story addition to unit one. We're in a multi-family residential sub-district here. The lot size is approximately 1,143 square feet. Just for those who, so you get a little familiar with where this property is. It's if you're on Tyleston Street, it's the second building from Tyleston Street. And from here to here is the Old North Church property. So here we are, little PTA map. An aerial view of where we are. Right here is the grotto. We're almost a little diagonal to the front. And this is our property right here. So, like everything else, every time we file a long form application with the city of Boston Inspection Department, you wonder if you trigger any zoning code violations. By submitting our application, we do trigger a few zoning code violations. Actually, they're pre-existing, so one is the floor area ratio. As everybody knows, in this residential district, we have a 3.0 floor area ratio. The current FAR is 3.03. With the 170, roughly 170 square foot addition, we go into 3.18. So not much of a difference with the FAR. The other violation that we're going to trigger is the rear yard setback. We're at 12. Currently, we're in violation as well. We're at 10.2, but we're going all the way back to our property line, so about 2 inches. So there's not much room once we add our rear addition. Right now, it is enclosed with a back patio, so basically we're just adding a roof to it and enclosing it for living space for unit one. So here's a plot plan, as you can see, and here's the existing structure right here, and this is the back patio to the unit number one, and this will be our proposed addition. His property goes kind of zigzags back here too. This is his property, which will remain outdoor space. And moving forward, so this is existing property, and how you're going to enter, from unit one into the proposed family room, and then there'll be some doors just to. This is the second means of egress that comes out to an alleyway, actually that enters on Unity Street. And this goes all the way back. There's a fence here, and if there was no fence, you can go all the way through to Salem Street. And this is just a photo looking, if you were looking down at it, so from the second floor. What you see here is a fire escape. This fire escape is existing. It's the second means of egress for unit number two, and it will remain. So we're building our addition right underneath it. So the addition, the height of the addition is 8 feet 10 inches, and so we don't interfere with this second means of egress, so it can remain. As you can see, here is our existing building. Here's our existing fireplace. Fire escape that will remain, that will go out to the Unity Street, and this is our addition, kind of slope roof, 8 feet 10 inches tall. Couple of reasons why it's at that height. One is because we don't want to interfere with that existing fire escape. Two, the Old North Church to our right has an existing wall, probably 11 feet. We really don't want to interfere with it in any sites from the Old North Church. So you could probably barely see it from if you're at the Old North Church, if you're in the courtyard in the back. Because as you walk from Unity Street to Salem Street, the wall gets a little shorter, but so we don't want to make that visible. And this is a rear elevation of how it's going to look. And simple presentation for raised one addition. So happy to answer any questions. Why?
It's relatively hidden.
You can't see it from the street.
Yes.
Right, it's in the back of
It's that little alley.
It's right. It's actually Doug informed me of Salem Court. There's actually an old street light, just a pole is there, and it used to be able to run from Salem Street through to Unity Street. I don't remember, but, but apparently it was there. So you can't see it from the back, and it does clean it up back there, so.
Any concerns voiced from any letters, especially Old North Church?
Old North Church, we've been in contact with Steve Ayers, we've met with him, we've talked to him, I've worked with Steve Ayers a number of times. They're supportive, we have a letter of support. We also a letter from, I believe, 47 Tyleston Street. So if we go back, 47 Tyleston Street would be right, there'll be a building right here, and it kind of loops back here. And they were concerned with the means of egress. Legally, their second means of egress comes out to the back here, and they're supposed to go out to down Salem Court, out to Salem Street. However, there's a fence there, we don't know who put it. So Doug was kind enough, and they've had it for many years, a key to Doug's gate. So the tenants have a key to the gate so they can come out using his property and come out for a second means of egress. So they're in support of it. There's some issue about drainage. Doug's a general contractor, so well aware of the issues and what he needs to do in terms of drainage, and that was pretty much it. So other than that, there hasn't been any opposition. I received one email, and Doug addressed some of the issues that 47 Towson Street had.
How close is the building on 47 Towson Street to where the addition?
So 47 would probably be here because they have this open space. So 47 here, the closest building would be, I think, 43 or 45 Towson Street, which probably comes close to our property line here. But no 47. 47 kind of back here. Okay. Maybe that building, I think it's 43 tiles then. So 47 should I believe this might be 47 right here. Because that's Salem Street right there. That's a Salem Street building. And there's a little open space there that does not belong to Doug, so that's their second means of egress. They're supposed to come out here, go left and right out Salem Street, but there's a fence, so they'll come down and use Doug's property. Hopefully that makes sense.
Can you just describe the materials being used in the building, anything like that?
You know, I don't know if Doug decided on materials. Once we get to the BPDA design review, we'll probably do that. But you have any idea or something?
Just the existing stucco, we're going to carry that around from the existing, the rear of the building is. Probably a shingle roof. Yeah, so the rear half, that was added, I think, in the 80s, they did condos, so we'll just carry that right through stucco, painted to match.
Any other questions from the council? We'll open it to the audience. Any questions?
Well,
Yes, Victor.
yeah, I don't mean to cause a problem, but I just wonder what a key does for secondary egress. That is, in the event of an emergency, you have to have a key. So should you sleep with a key around your neck, or?
So for 47?
No, well, I just wondered, addressing what you stated that.
For 47 Towson Street, I mean, Doug is kind enough to let them use his property and go out his gate. If they really want, they should contact Salem Street, I believe, to get that fence down so they can use their means of egress to go right out to Salem Street. But there's a chain link fence, probably only about 8 feet long, and have it removed. So should they sleep, you know?
There is a lockbox on the gate.
Right. So like I said, he's kind enough to let them use it as his second means of egress, but they do have a legitimate second means of egress going out to Salem Street.
So to be clear, their building does not have second means of egress, and Doug is the one helping them out by allowing them to use his property.
Technically, they do. I mean, the back of their property, they have it, they come out, the second means of egress, there's fire escape. They can go left, which they're supposed to do, which takes them out to Salem Street, but there's a chain link fence that's probably been there.
Yeah, over since 25.
25 years. So Doug is is kind enough to say to the property manager.
Yeah, I don't think it's his responsibility. to-
Right, it's really not, so.
I just want to make that clear.
But,
that he's-
right, it's not his responsibility to make sure that they have a second means of egress. They have one, but that's been blocked off.
Alright, so then I'll turn it to the
Okay,
council.
so did that answer your question?
That answers the question, thank you.
Yeah, before I close it out, any other questions? All right, so then I'll ask the council to make their votes and pass it into Tina.